Hi everyone. This morning I just want to chat a little bit about Jesus and the Gospels and offer you a challenge. But first, I want to tell you the story of the Transfiguration from Matthew 17. Jesus takes with him Peter, James, and John up to a high mountain where before their eyes Jesus is transfigured. His face shines like the sun and his clothes are super white. And then Moses and Elijah appear, and the disciples are so awestruck that they start babbling on about building tents. And while they're still babbling on, this bright cloud appears and envelops them, and they hear this voice that says, "This is my son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." This is the same phrase that God said when Jesus was baptized, with the addition of "listen to him." God could have said a lot of other things about Jesus, but he said, "Listen to him." One of my favorite theologians is N.T. Wright. He says this about Jesus in his book titled The Challenge of Jesus, which I highly recommend. He says, "We do not know very clearly who God is until we look at Jesus. According to the New Testament, we find out about God by looking at Jesus, not the other way around." John 1:18 says, "No one has ever seen God. The only God who is at the Father's side, he, Jesus, has made him known." And Hebrews 1:3 says, "He, Jesus, is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature." I think I've mentioned before that I've spent the last 6 months reading through the Gospels every month. My goal being a year, I'm about halfway there. It boils down to about 3 chapters a day. It takes me around 20 to 30 minutes because I'm a fairly slow reader. Last month I read through the Gospels in the Message, which was quite eye-opening and an insightful change. But every time I read through the Gospels, I see something different. Or sometimes I get new insights into a parable or a healing. I think so often that we spend most of our time reading and studying the books post-Gospels, Acts through Revelations, or the Old Testament, trying to learn how we should live and be in this world. And rightfully so, we need to seek how to know how we should live and believe in what we should believe. But I've found that as my understanding of who Jesus was deepens, as I see over and over how he lived his life, how he treated people, his compassion, his love, my heart is expanding, and I feel like I have better tools to unpack the rest of Scripture and live it. So in reading through the Gospels over and over, we are listening to him and observing him and learning his ways. So my challenge to you is to start reading through the Gospels every month, maybe for the rest of the year, or maybe for a few months, because it really is the cry of our hearts to know Jesus more and listen to him, and this is one way we can do that. So if you're up for taking on that challenge, let me know. I'd love to come run alongside you. So thanks, and I hope you have a really wonderful week.